football season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
Man, it went great. It went great for sure. Let me put this in the chat real quick. All right, good.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Ooh. Where's that run from?
On the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
It'd be so inconsistent.
So now 3rd down coming up.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they try to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Burrow looking to pass. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah,
that's what you're going to need to do against those big
man,
receivers.
I didn't
You got to
expect
get
him
in there
to.
and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight. And
I just want him to at least go up and knock it down.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Good shit, Waller. That's how it's supposed to be.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there for the Raiders.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a play fake. Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Watch the inside zone,
Throwing now is Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Needing the tough.
Oh, yeah, get in there. I hate when they be acting like that.
Before he's taken down at the 27. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man to the backfield.
Right, like he's bouncing back, all of that.
Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
Joe?
Not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. Open man is Uzama.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Look at your offensive line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes
it was
out of bounds
stacked up on top of
shy
each
the
other.
45. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast, but man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, you can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now Joe Mixon.
Oh, get out the way.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of
I mean,
find out
Mitzi
who's a
could.
tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. He's going to fire one deep.
Oh, that's on me. I should have kept running.
Incomplete.
He would have caught it if I kept running.
To take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow sliding out of the pocket. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Okay.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Okay.
Mixon again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. McPherson's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will be positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Defense. Check 24. Check.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
That's a
And
good
he'll slip
good
his way up
cutback.
across
Appreciate
the
it.
30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41.
Oh, my bad, bro. Got it.
We heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Another drive for Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
He's going to block it. Hey.
McPherson's kick is good, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Cheetah Bay
They are breaking everything.
Turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down. Here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. And the Raiders have got him. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Yeah, that little dive tackle broke. I already know. It's just so broken.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half. I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Rolling to his right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything. And here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Brandon Cooks. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he'll wind up short of the goal line. So they will not be able to get this back within a score as this remains a 10-point differential. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Yeah, Curtis Samuel fast. I'm gonna
cut.
Well, not cut, but trade Tyler Boyd.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll go down at the 28. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be a 2nd down. From the gun again to Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
I need it, bro. I need it, bro. Ain't nobody scoring today.
He didn't quite get there, and you wanted to give him a little extra for the effort.
Ain't nobody scoring today, bro.
Up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Mixon trying to punch it in.
Right. He did. He did.
Holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Here's a run with Mixon. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon.
Get your ass in there, Mixon. Stop fucking playing.
Yes, they say it's a touchdown.
Stop fucking playing.
Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. On play action, now Carr.
Oh, yeah.
And down he goes. Bobby Okereke. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. Under pressure, they got him again. Wesley Woodyard, he does a little bit of everything, and this time he gets the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And
that was a good box out, too. I wouldn't have been mad if he caught it.
Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This is Mixon on the draw. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Completes it to Samuel. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, that was the wrong button.
Lets it go for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
It's absolutely 0 contested catch on that. Like, they're not going for nothing contested. It's either picked or it's that little ugly ass
you start playing a little more physically.
Hit like
and they
that.
took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's inside the 10. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there on 4th and 10. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrating. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control.
And now here's another interception. Cheetah Bay Aluzier with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch. We're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back pumped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel.
No!
Touchdown! Curtis Samuel.
I didn't want to score.
Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Raiders 6. McPherson to kick off.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
What'd you bet on?
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Oh, okay. Man, I didn't even I didn't even put nothing else on. I'm too big.
Set to begin the drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Oh, damn.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come get some. 11.
Burrow looking to pass.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe
With them
some
picks, though, you do
alligator
kind of
arms
have
there
to go
going over
for
the
it.
middle.
Like, you kind of have to
Third
jump
down.
for it. It'll keep him from
It's just
jumping.
not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
On one, ready?
11, 11. 11 MT paint. 11 MT paint. 11.
They run for it with Mixon. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that...
Bro, come on, man.
Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Mixon. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
He gets left.
This thing is ugly. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there.
That was it right there. Shit. That's, bro, they're expecting damn games is the hardest ones, bro. They were unrealistic. And then especially when you clamping them up. I ain't got no choice but to try to get the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you will. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On play action, it's Carr. He completes it to Ridley. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
I think it might be the ability.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Raiders 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter.
Good pick. There it is. That's how you're supposed to jump. Yeah.
My goodness. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second and a yard.
Throwing again on second down. Carr.
I blocked him out of the damn play.
Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh my God. He's there. He's there. Oh, man. He's there. That was different. That was different. If I didn't throw it off the back foot, he was gonna rack. He was gonna rack it. Yeah, he was gonna rack it if I didn't throw it off the back foot. I don't know why he threw it off the back foot.
A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because Victor.
And now here is another interception.
I'll let him go down for jumping it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything
I don't like that they don't at least let it hit the dirt. You got 2 people going for the ball, and they clearly gave him priority over picking that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should have been like 2 people jocking over. And it's the same thing like some of the passes that I throw. It's like at least it's a jump ball, or you know, they at least let my dude jump forward or something like that. It's like not consistent. Like, Are you using those? Are you using them when you go out there though, or you just let them catch it? No. I'm saying, do you switch, not secure catch, because that's just run after the catch or secure. But are you actually like switching and pressing triangle? No. You have to switch to the person and press triangle to get the possession catch. Not the X where you do the conservative like catch it and fall, because that be making people pick it. But I'm saying like if you switch to them and press triangle, it like keeps them from getting like it picked. Because that's what I was doing instead of pressing like X. If I had pressed X on those guys, I would have got it picked. But if I press triangle, it makes it like a jump ball situation.
That feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
Where it's like they actually go for it, but when it's X, they kind of lay down, and then it kind of lets that person pick it.
You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.